Hi guys, it's been a while. Um, I don't really know where to start, to be honest. Um, I've been contemplating playing Metin2 again. It's not going to be under the same account as it was before, and the reason is I gave that account away to my friend Manuel from Malta. You know him as Kutam. And I still have access, obviously, but I cannot justify playing on an account which has reached a certain threshold within the game, and when I log in, I'm completely lost. As you know, Metin, from back in 2011 when I quit to now, has changed drastically. The point to where I go in the game and I'm like, what the hell is this shit? So I've decided I'll I'll be playing on a new server under the same character names thereabouts, because any server I go in, rynaqui is always taken. I can understand why, and I'll be playing semi regularly or not too often, not at the same level that I was on the US server, because that took so much out of my life in general that I can never justify going to that extent of gameplay. But playing casually, I can justify. Um, what made me decide to go back to the game was I still get a lot of comments on my videos, and people reminiscing, and um, to be honest, one of the reasons I had quit was it was a period where I said I needed to take care of my real life the same way I did with the game. And I was 19 at the time when I quit. You reach a point where you need to realize there are more important things in life which need your attention. And playing games like Metin, they take so much out of the time you can dedicate to your day-to-day life, whether it be school, work, friends, family, growing as a person in general. These are all things which, while you're playing a video game, you're very limited, and it's sometimes um, you need to take a step back and reevaluate where you are in life and where you want to go. So that was the reason I quit. And Metin as a game, it's very predatory, and if you're not careful, things can get out of hand, as I'm sure many of you are aware. And to be honest, the video game system industry, sorry, in general is quite predatory. A few years back, I never had any issues, but I saw many people had issues with loot boxes and people spending many thousands and thousands. So it's not just Metin I'm labeling in that sort of frame, but many other aspects within the industry. Uh, so I've decided I'll play very casually. I asked on Reddit what would be the best way forward, and from what I saw and what people told me, what was Ruby. So I'm playing on Chimera. I'm not playing on the private server for a number of reasons. One, it's risky. I don't know who the people are behind them. I don't know what their long-term intentions are. Programs can be manipulated, as you're aware. I've experienced it with games. I mentioned this last year when I lost the YouTube channel, and software can be manipulated in ways you don't understand. I don't understand, certainly. What happened last year, I almost lost my YouTube channel for the simple fact I wanted to play an old game which was no longer available to purchase anywhere. So it was abandonware, is what they call it. And where I downloaded it from was not a reputable site. It was my mistake, obviously, because I didn't do my research properly. So I almost lost my account. It took some amount of effort to get it back, what I did. And besides which, Gameforge, as I can determine, they seem to crack down on anything that's not an official server. And I noticed I also had one Singapore video on the channel, and that was strike down. It's gone. You can no longer find it. It was something very basic, but it's gone. I learned that Singapore, as far as I'm aware, don't have the rights as an official server anymore because of a lack of cooperation with Gameforge, Webcenter, or whatever. I don't know. So I also don't want to, if I'm gonna create content that people enjoy, I don't want it to go to waste, so to speak. So I'll be playing casually. I have a warrior at the moment. I'm figuring out this auto hunt system at the moment, so you'll see what I'm gonna be up to. It's not gonna go anywhere fast. That much I can tell you from now, because I don't have any intention of spending an astronomical amount of time on this game. But as a game itself, I used to enjoy it, and I still do. I like the mechanics of it, and the gameplay, but it's gonna take some learning to figure out what all this new stuff is, which is crazy. There's so much. It's overwhelming, and I don't really know where to start. I read up a bit and tried to figure out, okay, there's an alchemy system, there's combattery, I don't know. There's so much. And like there's no longer shops in map 1 now, they're in a dedicated area. The economic situation in all these services is vastly different to what it was in 2011. So that's also gonna take some getting used to. There's also this one instead of yang, and I don't know what the hell that is. So we'll see. See you soon.